Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna is speaking to Bankim. Therefore I say, he who works in such a detached spirit, who is kind and charitable, benefits only himself, helping others, doing good to others. This is the work of God alone, who for men has created the sun and moon, father and mother, fruits, flowers and corn. The love that you see in parents is God's love. He has given it to them to preserve His creation. The compassion that you see in the kind-hearted is God's compassion. He has given it to them to protect the helpless. Whether you are charitable or not, He will have His work done somehow or other. Nothing can stop His work. So, Sri Ramakrishna is explaining, wherever you see love, compassion, all that is God's. In and through a particular person, He is making His love reach just like postman. Postman has nothing to do with the letter or the person who is sending it or who is receiving, nothing, no participation. He is just an agent who carries it and hands over it. Just like that, the love anybody is giving, mother is giving so much of love and care to child, which is not at all concerned about the neighbor's child. Maybe younger than her own child, or maybe more helpless, foodless, but she is not concerned. She is concerned only about her child. But that love she gives, God has kept that love in that mother to bring up that child. If she doesn't care for the child, it will be difficult for the child to experience that. So, how we visualize it, you see. We feel mother is attached to the child, but God has kept that attachment to the child to bring up. Similarly, Sri Ramakrishna says, in great people who have compassion for the world, compassion for the suffering mankind, compassion for the animals and nature, in them God has kept that love and compassion to take care of the vast humanity, the nature, the animals and all that. They care for it. The love of a saint is God's love to preserve the spiritual tradition and to help the sadhakas who want to transcend and go beyond. So wherever you see any kind of love, it is only the God's love. Shambhu said to me, "It is my desire to build a large number of hospitals and dispensaries. Thus, I can do much good to the poor." I said to him, "Yes, that is not bad if you can do it in a detached spirit. But to be detached is very difficult unless you sincerely love God." This is an important condition. For everything, there is a condition behind. You want to do good to the world? You must have love for God. Because it is God who is standing in front of you as the world. Because otherwise, after a few days of serving, the things will go. Some means whomever you serve in your life, you see that some two kicks come in the end. To the person whom you have served, from him itself, there will be a shock. You feel, oh, so much I did to that person, but this is what he did for me. All feel that. There you see that all your enthusiasm to do, serve and all has gone away. If you see God, if you do it for the love of God, then whatever happens, even if they beat you, you will not be affected. Physically, no, you will not be worried. Oh, for whom I did all this has received it. The Lord has received it. So that love of God sustains in the ups and downs of your love. So even in family, you see how much of complication comes, how many days we keep away from each other within the family, brothers and sisters, mothers and children, husbands and wives, how they separate and keep. Now and then there will be conflicts. But in and through all that, the love of God which is there in your heart, oh, for your love, for God's love, I bear all this joyfully. The sufferings that I undergo during the offering of love, offering of services, they won't be smooth. It will be a rough terrain, ups and downs, falls and gets up. So, all through what sustains is love of God. I pardon you for love of God. I serve you for love of God. I bear your harsh words for love of God. That love of God is most important. I love God and God loves me. I can take any amount of strain, pain, suffering for the sake of that love, to give love to God and receive love from God. This sustains your services in and through the ups and downs of life. These are small secrets of Karma Yoga. What then is man's duty? What else can it be? It is just to take refuge in God and pray to Him with a yearning heart for His vision. Ultimately, we have to come to this state, only purpose for which the human body was given, which I utilized for enjoying myself in this world in various ways. The purpose for which it was given was only to transcend the nature and go beyond. I got more and more entangled in nature, acquiring the tendencies and acquiring the desires. So here we see, again and again we have to remind ourselves, because everything is going to end. What all you have done, it is through action, and whatever is done to action is going to perish. Whether it is wealth, whether it is progeny, whether it is name and fame, anything what you have earned through action, it is going to perish. We are seeking the beyond, which is uncreated. Uncreated cannot be got through action or creation. The nasti akrita kritena, nasti akritaha kritena. Through action you will not get the one which is akrita. It is not created. The absolute existence. God is not created. God exists and his manifestation is this universe. So you cannot get God through work or activities, through japa, dhyana, anything. These are the ways we try to clean ourselves, because lot of desires and temptations are there within. So many things are there which we try to do, and mind and our existence is highly complicated. It is deeply complicated and very difficult to understand what is happening, how it is happening. You may think you have no motive behind your work, but perhaps there has been grown a desire for name, for fame, and advertising your name. Then again, without knowledge, we acquire these things. I want to sing a song, I want someone to appreciate it. I am afraid they may say, they may reject it, or they may feel bad about it. Then again, if we are entangled in too many activities, the pressure of them will make you forget God. I also said to him, Shambhu, let me ask you one thing. If God appears before you, will you want him, or number of hospitals and dispensaries? If one realizes God, one does not enjoy anything else. One who has tasted syrup of sugar candy cannot enjoy the drink made up of common treacle. How that here Sri Ramakrishna says, if you are entangled in too many activities, the pressure of them, pressure of work, will make you forget God. But we see practically whole of our life period, long period of our life is spent exclusively in work and activities. Important part of our life is spent in activities, work. If pressure of work is going to make us forget God and sadhana, what sustains it? Now you see, what we have to see is how to work in this world. What we do is, all things what we do, we offer it to God. It is for your sake. You have kept me here. I am doing all these duties of my life as an offering unto you. This prayer, and then after each activity, we will consciously offer that act. This is my worship unto you. The moment I take it as a worship unto God, the bondage ends. It is no more a binding. How I convert the activities into a worship. Work is worship. It takes time. We begin with work and worship. As much work, so much of worship includes all other spiritual disciplines. Japa, dhyana, puja, all these are included in prarthana, prayer. 4 important aspects: prayer, puja, japa, dhyana, atma samarpana. These 5 constitutes the upasana. These 5 are parts of the sadhana. All these, japa, dhyana, all these are activities, but it is elevating, it is not binding. So when we convert our actions into, we are doing, constantly we are doing activities. Now when we convert it into worship unto God and offer it, it becomes a worship. It is no more an activity. So for converting activity into sadhana, we take it as a worship unto God. Whatever I do, we see in the ashrama, just while going, a leaf is fallen there, just in the street, pick that leaf and put aside. It's a worship unto God. It is no more. The householders, for sannyasis and renunciates, everything is a worship. There is no activity. He tries to see, his best to see in who is receiving this service as God. While serving food, we have to see, oh, I am serving God. God is eating. When a customer comes to a shop, a devotee is sitting there, it is his shop, a customer is coming, he must see God coming to his shop. His polite words, his kind words, please come, what do you want? Just a smiling, this one converts the whole of this activity into worship. This will not separate you from the God or activity. The activities cannot be avoided. And in the first phase of spiritual life, it is activity that gets. So first we do work and activity. Work will be important part. Work and activity will be important part. The puja, work and worship. Worship will be small part. Worship includes all others, japa, dhyana and all that. Worship will be small part and work will be large part. Work and worship. Because we are prone to work. We don't know the knack of doing work as worship. So work and worship. Work and worship in the first stage. Slowly it gets converted into work as worship. Now slowly he understands, God has kept me here and this is my duties and responsibilities. I have to do this and let it be an offering to God. For love of God I am doing. For realizing Him I am doing. So this is my worship. Each time, apart from worship itself, japa, dhyana, atma samarpana, prayer, all that, it is small part it will be taking work and worship. Now, when he starts understanding slowly, oh, what I am doing is a worship, then he slowly understands, oh, this is worship. I was thinking this is work and that is worship. This is also worship. When it comes to that stage of understanding that this is also worship, equally as much I am doing japa and dhyana, same thing I am doing, interacting with God, with in and through activities. When it comes to know work and worship becomes work as worship. Now there is almost identity. With this stage, he slowly enters into realization, because everything, whatever he does, he sleeps, the insect bites, he scratches, everything is a worship. He is sleeping, he is taking bath, he is eating, he is going and working in the field here, there. Everything is a worship. Except worship, nothing is there. Slowly, the divine manifestation comes. My child, I am here. For whom you are searching, I am here. Once he gets that understanding, vision of God, or intense presence with Him at all times, the work is worship. Work and worship, work as worship, and work is worship. It ends with work is worship. So this is how we transcend all activities beginning with work and ending in the worship. Those who build hospitals and dispensaries and get pleasure from that are no doubt good people. But they are of different type. He who is real devotee of God seeks nothing but God. If he finds himself entangled in too much activities, he earnestly prays, O Lord, be gracious and reduce my work. My mind, which should be think of Thee day and night, has been wasting its power. It thinks of worldly things alone. This should not happen. That's why the activities are always sustained by love of God. And love of God, to sustain love of God, singing the names and glories of God, now and then entering into solitude, then intense prayer and sadhu sangha, company of holy men. These four will sustain your love for God, and the love for God sustains the activities without disturbing you. You cannot have real love of God unless you know that God alone is real and all else is illusory. Holy Mother says to a devotee, do the japa. As much as possible, go on repeating the name of God. The devotee asks Mother, Mother, if I go on doing japa, will I get realization? He looks at him. He is entangled in the world, all activities. Then Mother says to him, my child, japa alone will not do. You have to apply viveka also. Discrimination between real and unreal, eternal and transient, the differences. Oh, this is all passing event. You do it all wholeheartedly, but knowing that it is passing away. See how they cook food, especially when it is for Naivedya, meticulously, with great care. And we, even for ourselves, the taste, this, that, and how we prepare, it won't be there for a few minutes. It just slips down the tongue. How much of, just for that end, the whole efforts is put. Similarly, we put all efforts for the end always. You cannot have real love of God. You know that God alone is real and all else is illusory. Everything is illusory, everything is passing. It won't be there tomorrow. Whether it is great problem, fighting or this, that, it's just passing. But why should we pay attention? Because whatever we do, we know it is going away. But we do with all perfection, knowing that it is going away. Everything is passing. A jnani, a bhakta, attends to all things, knowing that it will go away. But others who are neither devotees nor these spiritual aspirants, they will do it as it is going to be, as if it is going to be permanently with them. They don't understand. But a sadhaka and a devotee looks upon everything as passing and does because it is their duty. And it's a worship unto God. The life is there, everything has to happen, everything has to be attended, nothing can be left over because life is there. And for the sake of that life, which is still unfulfilled state. It is half the way of evolution, and he has to evolve. For that sake, he needs life to continue, and continuation of life needs all things, demands of life. Eating, drinking, health, all these are to be attended to. And this has to be attended in such a way it is not going to bind you any more further. You know that you cannot love God really, real love of God, because anything it is impermanent, you will not love. But impermanent, it is necessary, you cannot avoid, but you cannot love because it is passing away. And what you love is God. Only 2 days existence, while the Creator alone is real and eternal. Janaka and sages like him worked in the world at the command of God. To Bankim, some people think that God cannot be realized without study of books and scriptures. They think that first of all, one should learn of this world and its creatures. First of all, one should study science or law. They think that one cannot realize God without the first understanding His creation. Which comes first? Science or God? To do what do you say? Bankim is replying, I too think that we should first of all know about different things of the world. How can we know God without knowing something of this world? We should first learn from books. Master, that is one cry of you all. But God comes first and then creation. After attaining God, you can know everything else if it is necessary. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.